which is your mercy, which is yours forever. We thank you for your goodness. We thank you for the seasons in our life that you take us through, Father. We thank you that you, because of you, Jesus, because of the cross, we can triumph and be victorious every day in our lives. Because the victory, Jesus, is not of ourselves, Jesus. It's a gift from you, Lord. And we praise you, Jesus. Everything that we have is a gift from you, Lord. We praise you, Jesus, precious Lord. Hallelujah. Well, probably not too many people know this yet. We're going to head out to Arkansas Tuesday. And be gone and come back Friday morning. Come back Friday morning, you know. Gotta go over our camper down here, get everything in order, and get it de-winterized, and have a little visit during the holiday. It'll be good and refreshing in a good way. So, this message this morning is quite different from me. It's Matthew 13. We can go there. Matthew 13, 24 to 30. We'll just jump right into it. We're looking at the wheat and the tares. And this message, really, in context, is an end-time message. And it'll go a lot of different ways, but there's a whole lot in that, and I didn't even cover it. I didn't even touch all that I could touch on it. Because we've been here a while, but let's just dive into this. Father, we just ask you for your blessing on this word this morning, Father. Open our hearts that we hear and understand. We bind the enemy of our soul for stealing the seed and planting this morning. Lord, we ask you for revelation this morning. And just your goodness to be on our hearts this morning. So, this is a parable about the kingdom. Now, it starts out in verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in the field. And I'm going to stop right here and say this. Satan wants God and us to have a crop failure. Satan's, I think his chief purpose, I know his chief purpose is to destroy God's plan. He wants to destroy the Word of God that is sown into our hearts. He wants to stop it from taking root in your heart. Amen. He wants God to have a crop failure. But while, in verse 25, but while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. Verse 27. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, did thou not sow good seed in thy field? From whence then have the tares? Where did they come from? In verse 28, he said unto them, An enemy has done this. And the servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? And verse 29 says, But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, you root up also the wheat with them, and let both grow together until the harvest. And in time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles, and burn them, and gather the wheat into the barn. So this is clearly, it's an end time message. It's a present day message, but it's also heads towards an end time message. Yes, this parable exposes the problem of evil intermingled with good within congregations. Yeah. But you know, we have tares in the body of Christ. In other words, by tare I mean people who live for the devil, but come in and they're religious. Yeah. And it's hard to tell them apart unless you really get to know them and have discernment. Okay, this is the same text confronts nations, communities, and homes. And it even gets down to us personally because I see this as the devil comes to sow lies into our heart, or tares into our heart, into our mind, to cause discord, to cause unbelief in the word, to cause many different things. So no matter how society tries to separate out the lawbreakers from the rest of society, the seeds of sin and crime find its place to grow, just like in the parable of the tares and the wheat. Likewise, the church is affected by Satan's attacks, and the genuine and counterfeit wheat are always together in the church, and it will be so until the end of times when God takes care of it and separates it. So, now, it's not my intention to preach this end time prophetic message like that. I want to come at it from the angle that I want you to notice in this parable that God's love for you and care. Because I'll tell you something about tares. In the beginning, in infancy stage, they spring up and they look like wheat. You can't tell them apart until they start maturing, and then you can. There's a marked difference. So I want you to know that God counts you and I a valuable commodity. Otherwise, the master would have said in here, yeah, just go ahead and pull them up, you know. Well, without a doubt, some wheat would have got ruined in that process. Master said, no, just wait for the harvest, okay? We'll get them. Amen. So I want you to see this morning the angle of this, that how I want to see your value to God. Yes, Jesus died for you. He didn't have to. He could have sat in heaven at the right hand of the Father, and all would have been well with him. But he loved humanity so much that he sent his Son to come and be beaten, whipped, crown of thorns pressed on his head, suffering agony that none of us could ever live through. Nailed to a cross, spear poked in his side. For you and me, you. That's how valuable you are. And he likens us to wheat. And see, back then, wheat, and still is a valuable commodity. It's been called the perfect food. So Jesus likens us in this parable to wheat. And in other parables, he likens us to salt. Salt is another valuable commodity. It's pure. It's crystalline. It's health preserving. It's seasoning. And see, it's valuable. You are valuable. See, I know some of you, I have blown my nose over enough for you. I'm just going to go with the flow here, amen? We start out young. I know from my experience in life, the devil will come in and use people to make fun of you, to make you feel belittled, make you feel like you're worthless, like you don't matter, you don't amount to nothing. You have no place in society, much less God's kingdom. See, the devil's a liar. He's sowing tares into your life, in mine. And you grow up with these beliefs, with this false belief system whose foundation is tares or lies. And you believe it. And it seems like that this is just really me. But it's not. It's a lie. See, I grew up insecure, not feeling like I'm measured up. Hello? Can anybody relate? Just don't measure up. Well, since when does God's creation, who was so valuable to him, that God sent his Son to die for us, cannot measure up? See? But the devil wants a crop failure in our hearts, in the kingdom of God, in the church. He wants to destroy what God. See, because if we can carry these burdens through our life, and even take it into Christianity, it's safe to go in with that. Still believing the lies, it will hinder our usefulness in the kingdom. Tares. Lies. So, the good seed is the wheat. The tares are Satan's implants. In countries, in nations, in cities, in states, towns, in people, in our hearts. Tares. Lies. Evil. So wheat is a valuable product, as I already covered, got here in my notes. See, now let's look at this. This I really enjoyed studying this because I learned some things. Wheat, like I said, is valuable. Tares, like weeds, have never been a marketable product. Weeds are useless. I think they represent sin. They choke out good plants. When we have the garden out here, I mean, Joe and I, all of us were out there fighting that vine weed. Oh my gosh. Come slither up like a snake, get around that tomato plant or wherever it was, wrap itself around that thing and choke it out. That's what a tare does. It's like a tare. Tares are actually, in the right sense of the actual word for tare is darnel. Did anybody know that? Was I the only one that? Oh, wow, I never heard of it, you know? It's a seed hardly identifiable from the wheat seed. Immature wheat and darnel look alike. Wow. So, a tare in a congregation, it's hard to distinguish. Amen? See, God has his faithful people. The devil has religious Pharisees who are tares implanted in congregations in our lives. Yeah. And the religious spirit stinks. God hates it. Jesus hated it. He hated it more than anything, I think. Only when wheat is matured can tares be detected. Because the heads, the great heads look different. Many who are not in process of conversion resemble those who are. Come to church, they look good, got hair off homes, they're just religious hobbyists. They're not wheat. They're not wheat. God said, amen. Interesting, isn't it? Different? Yeah. So God has seated his church with vessels for honor, the wheat, the bearers of his word, salt and light. Hallelujah. Satan has seated his own vessels for dishonor, tares. So, let's look at this. Jesus did not use the imagery of wheat and tares haphazardly or carelessly to get his point across. When he calls us wheat, he's calling us a most highly valuable commodity to the kingdom of God. The problem is, early in our lives, the devil sows tares, as we talked about, and we grow up feeling worthless, like scum. Yeah, not measuring up, not fitting in, of no use. But see, you're valuable. Wheat symbolizes his true children as a vital, life-giving substance, possessing nutrition and healing properties. It's perfect food, as I said. The matchless quality of wheat is a symbol of how God highly regards us. Again, I know I'm repeating myself, but you hear it once and you go, got to hear it 2 or 3 or 4 times sometimes. That's what I like about E.W. Kenyon's writings and Watchman Nee. All through their books, they're repeating themselves. And somewhere in there, we're going to hear it again and get it. Amen? Hopefully. So, all right. Now, in contrast, the tares symbolize counterfeits of the church again. Weeds, opposite of wheat, except in appearance. Tares are also named darnel from the French language, meaning drunkenness. Get that? Drunkenness. Darnel means drunkenness. Drunkenness, a word from the French language. It has, now get this, it has an intoxicating effect when consumed. Tares do. See, when they sold the tares back then, they weren't just trying to